Hey guys, what's going on? It's Obezgaming back again with another video. And team of the season is here for the Premier League. And with that, we have an Objectives Rodri card. So we'll take a look at the objectives, have a little look at the card itself, and then build a squad to get this done as fast as possible. Alright, let's jump into it. Before we do jump in, can I just say the support on the channel recently has been absolutely amazing. Really appreciate all the likes and subscriptions. And if you do want to see more of this sort of stuff, we'll be covering all the objective players for team of the season and doing as many player reviews as we can get our hands on. But yeah, let's take a look at this Rodri card. So, he looks really nice on the face of it. 91 rated CDM. Almost Hullet Club, just outside with that shooting. But let's jump into the objectives themselves. So we have unlocking the defence. Assist 3 goals with through balls in the life at friendly Premier play. So we've got a new type of friendly there to do. Ranged rocket. Score 2 outside of the box goals using midfielders in the life at friendly Premier play. Sweet 16, score 16 goals in life at friendly Premier play, simple enough. Serial winners, which is to win 9. And finally, consistently clinical, which is to score in 14 separate matches using players with minimum 4-star weak foot. Okay, that's quite tough. I suppose it is quite a decent card for free, but that is quite tough compared to some of the other ones we've had to do recently. So let's jump in and take a look at the friendly requirements. And that is Premier play, so that's clubs minimum 3 and Premier League players minimum 7. So that's fairly simple enough, just have to make the best sort of Prem team as we can. So we'll take a look at Rodri card itself and then build a squad to get this done as fast as possible. So looking at the card, he's got medium high work rates, he's 6'3", and he's got 3-star skills and 4-star weak foot. Again, this is another one of those sort of players that you might want to be looking at more as a centre-back, or at least if you're going to be using him in midfield, you're going to want to use him as an absolute stay-back CDM on the face of it. Jumping into his actual stats themselves, he's got 81 pace, which is nice enough. The shooting is quite poor, but that is also let down with the volleys and the penalties. The two sort of stats you'd really be looking for a CDM there is the shot power and the long shots, and they're both really nice. Passing is as good as you'd expect, 90 vision's nice. Crossing, free kick accuracy we don't care about. Short passing, long passing, fantastic. Curve a little bit low at 77. The dribbling's okay. Agility 81, balance 83 isn't great, but he is 6'3" as we said, so you can't really expect much more than that, to be honest. Reactions and ball control are lovely. Dribbling itself at only 81 isn't ideal, and composure at 91 is fantastic. The defensive stats are really where this card shines, 93 interceptions, decent heading accuracy, great defensive awareness, great standing tackle, great sliding tackle. And then physicals, the key one there, stam at 96 and strength at 92 are both fantastic on this card. In terms of chem styles here, you could go in a couple of directions, I guess. You could go with an engine if you're going to use him as a box-to-box midfielder, get that pace up, get those dribbling stats up a bit and make that passing, really, really nice. Or obviously, if you're going to go centre-back, you're probably going to want to stick a shadow, get that pace right up, and those defensive stats will be almost perfect then. In terms of traits, he hasn't got any. And so yeah, so let's jump in and build a squad for this guy. So guys, with all things considered here, I think the best formation to be using is a 4-4-2, because obviously you do need those goals from midfielders. So we want to maximise the amount of midfielders we have, and obviously 4-4-2 allows us to have the left mid and the right mid to also count as midfielders. And then, moving on from that, obviously you have to use at least 7 Premier League players. So my advice is going to be build from the back with the Premier League, and then it'll allow you time and space to use, whoever you really want up front, as long as they've got that 4-star weak foot. So, in goal, we're gonna go with Nick Pope, because he is, pretty much the best keeper on the game for some reason, and it fills that Premier League void. So for my centre backs, again, we're going to just stick with the Premier League at the back. I'm going to go for the silver pairing of Morgan and Dan, because they actually do have phenomenal stats. And, we got those 5-star skills with Dan as well. And again, left back, we're going to keep it on that Premier League trend. I'm going to use my Adama Traore because I love him. And similarly, right back, we'll use Fredericks there. So we've already covered 5 out of 7 Premier League players that we need to use. So it's looking quite tasty. So now for these midfield and striker areas, you're going to want to absolutely prioritise people with 4-star weak foot. So for me, there's no one better than my player of the month, Bruno Fernandes, and obviously his normal card as well will be superb for this, as a player that does have that 4-star weak foot and will be able to pick up those goals from midfield if you need him. And similarly, the best player probably for this mode by head and shoulders is going to be Marcus Rashford, because he's got the 5-star, 4-star, he'll be picking up goals, he's got the weak foot, and he's Premier League. So as you can see, we've already got the 7 required Premier League players that we need. And for the rest of this now, you just want to be able to try and sort of shoehorn in your best players that do have that weak foot to be able to make this work to the best of your abilities. So, you know, Icon's going to be your friend, but also, so we're going to go with centre mid. So I know that we don't need Premier League anymore. We can go with anyone. I've got my JJ Okocha. He's going to be absolutely perfect because we've got the 4-star weak foot there. That's going to be ideal. Out on the right, we can use pretty much anyone here. I think the person who's going to be absolutely perfect for this will be Correa, because he has that 4-star, and he's got unbelievable stats. And he'll get the icon link, and we can have him on 7k, and that'll be absolutely fine. In terms of up front, I know in my case, I've got my boy, where is he? Big Chris, and he obviously does have that 4-star weak foot as well, so that's going to be absolutely fine. And there's only one man that can link him up. Unfortunately, he doesn't actually have the weak foot. He has only got 3-star weak foot. It's Dybala. But, you know, as long as we're scoring with 1 out of 5 out of the top 6 players here, that's not Dybala, then we're going to be absolutely flying through them. So, you know, there's no rating cap on this, so we don't have to worry about that. You want to be backloading with your Premier League players and front-loading with your best players with 4-star weak foot. I think my best advice would be get these 2 boys in there, Bruno and Rashford, and they'll be able to provide 2 birds with 1 stone there, really being Premier League and 4-star and both superb players. So yeah, that brings me to the end of the video, guys. I hope that helped. Obviously, you can fill your bench with anyone you need. Get those 4-star weak foot boys, the best ones you have in your club. So yeah, I'll be covering a lot more Team of the Season objectives cards, as well as doing as many reviews as we can. So do hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.